You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.
All right, as you guys know, Deshaun Watson will be serving an 11-game suspension, and he will pay a $5 million fine. And when I made my first video, I said that the NFL caved. They did. Roger Goodell came out there and he said that he wanted a full year for Deshaun Watson because he called his conduct predatory behavior. Now, Sue L. Robinson agreed with that. They painted Deshaun Watson as a monster, but yet they negotiated with him on an appeal, and now he is looking pretty good right now when it comes to the amount of games he's going to miss and the amount of money he's actually going to pay. And now, guys, I knew it. I knew this was going to happen. The NFL is getting destroyed for this. They are getting blasted by this. I mean, people in the NFL world are coming out and slamming the NFL. Women's organizations are actually coming out too and slamming them. And Deshaun Watson kind of addressed the situation, but he really didn't apologize. Let's do it, guys. Are you kidding me? NFL blasted for weak Deshaun Watson suspension and fine. This is over here on Breitbart. Social media erupted with scorn after reports said the league and NFLPA agreed on a settlement that will see Deshaun Watson, the quarterback accused of at least 24 incidents of sexual misconduct, suspended for 11 games and fined $5 million. A judge hired by the league to review Watson's case recommended an even lighter punishment, among other provisions. For instance, in a decision released at the end of July, former federal judge Sue L. Robinson recommended only a 6-game suspension. But according to reports, the league is set to announce its final settlement soon, taking Watson a bit more to task. Still, many feel the accusations of more than 20 women should have carried more weight than a mere 11-game suspension and a $5 million fine. Now, the person that actually was supposed to hear the appeal and actually rule on it, he never did. He told the NFL and NFLPA come to an agreement in the NFL cave. Now let's look at some of this, guys. This is Kimmy. She actually works for the NFL Network, and she has come out and slammed this. Actually, I'm gonna show you the full thing here because it only shows the first portion here. But this is her full tweet right here. The nuances of this Deshaun Watson situation is actually not nuanced at all. Women who were assaulted have been humiliated and disregarded in the process of coming forward against a high-profile athlete using his power for sexual pleasure. The NFL, the Browns, and the media has enabled the vile coverage and excuses for his behavior, all while reminding victims of assault that they're secondary to the money, the on-field play, and the reputation of NFL athletes. Now, speaking of NFL athletes, former NFL quarterback, not Deshaun Watson, I was about to say, but Robert Griffin III tweets out the NFL had an opportunity to show it had learned from its ugly history on standing up for women with this Deshaun Watson case, and it failed. 11 games and a $5 million fine doesn't fit what he was accused of doing and found to have done by Judge Sue L. Robinson. Sickening. And you guys remember the reception Deshaun Watson got from the Jazz fans. He's going to see that when he actually returns to the field. And you know what, folks, it's kind of funny. Guess what team he's actually going to be playing when he comes back? He's going to be playing right here in Houston at the Houston Texans. Just imagine the kind of reception he's going to get, especially being the former quarterback of the Texans. B.W. Carlin here. Josh Gordon got suspended 76 games for weed. Deshaun Watson has 24 sexual misconduct cases, and all he got is 11 games. Now, Josh Gordon, if I'm not mistaken, at one time he was out for like a full year. The NFL suspended him for like a full year for weed. Deshaun Watson only gets 11 games. Now, Pro Football Talk tweets out, is he apologizing or not? Is he accountable or not? Now, he's talking about this statement here that Deshaun Watson actually put out. And he was talking to the media. That there's actually two clips here, so we'll play both of them. But this is the first one here, guys.
Stood on my innocence and always said that I've never assaulted anyone or disrespected anyone, and I'm continuing to stand on that. But at the same time, I have to continue to push forward with my life and my career. And for us to be able to move forward, I have to be able to take steps and put pride to the side. And I'm going to continue to stand on my innocence and keep pushing forward. And I've always, stood on not disrespecting or sexual assaulting anyone.
You mentioned
That's one clip here, and this is the other one right here, guys. When he's actually speaking to the media and they ask him a question.
is you saying that you still maintain complete innocence, never did anything wrong to disrespect anyone, and you've settled the suits and agreed to this punishment more to move on with your career, with your life, and that kind of thing. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I'm moving on with my career, with my life, and I'm continuing to stand on my innocence. Just because settlements and things like that happen doesn't mean that a person is guilty for anything. I feel like the person has the opportunity to stand on his innocence and prove that, and we prove that on the legal side, and we're just going to continue to push forward as an individual and as a person.
I'm sorry. If I'm innocent, I'm not settling anything. Nothing. Deshaun Watson did that. He settled with the women. And he also settled with the NFL. This man did something wrong. Clearly, he did something wrong. But let's go back over here. Now, check this out. NFL punishing Deshaun Watson. Now, check this out. NFL punishing Deshaun Watson. This is kind of funny right here. Because this is from Josina Anderson over at ESPN. Check this out. That's kind of funny right there. That is kind of funny. Wow. Unbelievable. But over here on TMZ Sports, Deshaun Watson women's organization rips suspension. Nowhere near enough. And it says right here, this is from Scott Berkowitz, the president of right there, that organization. Quote, Deshaun Watson had a chance to show he could change, and he immediately blew it. His comments to the media make clear that he doesn't really accept any responsibility for his actions, and that he still doesn't understand how much harm he caused or the impact on the dozens of survivors he hurt. One of the biggest women's organizations in the country is furious over Deshaun Watson's 11-game suspension and fine, telling TMZ Sports new punishment simply isn't sufficient. The National Organization for Women has been closely following the Watson case for weeks, previously telling us the 6-game suspension former Judge Sue Robinson handed down was insulting and dangerous. The NFL appealed Robinson's decision, and on Thursday, the league reached a settlement with Watson, an 11-game ban and $5 million fine, which will be combined with the league and Brown's contribution to women's charities and requiring the QB to attend professional evaluations and a treatment program. Now, when I made my first video, I heard rumors about the treatment program, but it wasn't actually released. That is happening now. But anyway, it says this. Despite the longer punishment, NOW president Christian Nunez says the suspension is still, quote, nowhere near enough, nor is the fine, considering Watson's massive $230 million salary. Quote, that $5 million represents 2.17% of Watson's new $230 million contract with the Cleveland Browns, Nunez tells us, which was negotiated after more than 24 women had accused the star athlete of sexual misconduct. What is the point of a $5 million fine to Deshaun Watson or to the NFL, which made an estimate $9.8 billion during the 2021 season and more than $15 billion the season before? Nunes added, women need more than empty words and have measures. The culture of toxic masculinity within the NFL must change now. Deshaun Watson's character and wealth won't be damaged by his decision, unlike the dozens of women he has irreparably harmed. No, this isn't good enough. So they go all in on his complete contract, but the kicker is they're talking about all of the NFL's billions, but when it comes to Deshaun Watson, I still believe he's getting that $46 million signing bonus. Now, maybe that $5 million will actually be deducted from that. Of course, he's going to lose some game check money, but Deshaun Watson's coming out a big winner in this, and people know that. That's why they're crushing the NFL right now, guys. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.